this is our segment, Coffee with Carlos, and I am speaking with Chairman Luis López, who's a county commissioner here in Los Animas County. Thanks for taking the time to be here with us, Luis. And what we'd like to do is there's the segment called Coffee with Carlos, where we ask local leaders and business people and other important civic-minded individuals what's important in Southern Colorado and where they live and how legislation at the state level can be beneficial to them. So, Chairman López, thank you so much for being here and taking the time. First question I have for you is, what are some of the biggest issues facing you here in Southern Colorado?
To start off with, for a county commissioner, the biggest issue we have is funding, and that's probably in any office. Funding is our sole base that we need to secure annually, and in government, it changes every year. So that's one of our biggest concerns. For me, as a commissioner, we would like to see the Gallagher Amendment addressed sooner than later. This is one of the biggest for health rural communities, rural counties. As the residential assessment rate has yet to be determined by the Senate, I think this upcoming session, they need to really address that, because that is one of the biggest problems that we're having. And how I can determine how to fund my county is based on the other revenues we have coming in. So the Gallagher Amendment is one of the big ones that we need addressed as soon as possible. They've been kicking that can down the road for a long time. And it's one of our biggest concerns. So funding is one of the largest ones that we have. The other one is infrastructure that we need for our county. Los Animas County is one of the up-and-coming rural communities, rural counties that has got a lot going for itself right now with the new Fisher Peak State Park coming forward. We have a $35 million renovation on our local hospital, which is going to be very high-tech. Rick Garcia and I spoke, the Department of Local Affairs, recently about the importance of broadband in rural communities. And for our people, our residents out in the Kim, Branson, Primero, Segundo, Aguilar, Honey areas, if the technology is brought out here with broadband, then these people will not have to travel as far or travel at all to see their local doctors. They'll be able to do medical from home with the broadband. So broadband is a huge issue for us as well, and technology for our local community.
Thank you. Yeah, that seems like a great point. Hopefully that can be addressed. Second of all, what have been some of the legislative pieces that have either helped you or hindered you in your ability to govern?
Well, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. That's the way I look at it. And as a commissioner, your first year you learn the ropes, how to do the job that you were elected to do, and then in the second and third year, you really should get involved heavy with our state legislators and the bills and measures that are up in the Capitol. 181 was one of the particular bills that could hinder Los Animas County with severance taxes on oil and gas revenues. And it could be one of the big players in the game for our funding. And we did a due diligent job as a board in being at the table during those talks. Now, the good thing about being in your second and third and fourth years as a commissioner is you get the networking with the other communities and the other commissioners across the state, where you can go up and be heard and testify for bills that are important, that'll hurt or hinder your community. And the best thing about it is you learn to reach across the aisle. You learn to reach out to one another, your legislators and your other fellow commissioners, to help one another. And instead of putting politics first, you put people first. And that's one thing that I've learned to do recently is the last couple of years, is really focus on what's best for my community and the constituents that I represent.
That's a tremendous way to go. We need more of that nowadays. Lastly, what are some of the things that you would like to see improved upon here that would help you in not only Los Animas County, but also just for Southern Coloradans in general?
Well, again, funding is one of the biggest mechanisms that we have, but also we would like to see more of our federal government take part in our local community. And what I mean by that is we've reached out for our veterans to Corey Gardner, Senator Gardner, to work with him and his office in getting our local vets more federal funding and availability for medical facilities or medical treatment in their own community where they won't have to travel. So, on a broader perspective, working with all aspects of government, from our governor all the way to the White House, is something that we're really focusing on right now. Matter of fact, Governor Polis invited me up to the State of the State address. We have an open door policy with each other on a first name basis. We have a very good relationship. And Commissioner Felix López is right now in Washington, D.C., and he is knocking down some doors there at the White House as we speak. I believe he had an opportunity to introduce Vice President Pence's son-in-law at a recent meeting. And now he was obviously leading invocations at some work sessions for NACO this week. So reaching out and being a part of the community instead of just sitting back and watching things go by is what the importance is as a leader in your community. And that's what I expect for leaders up at the state capitol and for our region in southeastern Colorado. We did lose a great person who battled hard for Southern Colorado, Ms. Kimmy Lewis, and Mr. Holtorf, who has replaced her, is doing a good job of working very hard and working across the table, across the aisle with Democrats and Republicans alike. And I think that's what we need more of in southeastern Colorado, is less partisan and more bipartisan support, working with one another for the betterment of our communities.
Tremendous words. Well, thank you very much for taking the time. Again, this is Coffee with Carlos. We're going to be doing segments like this throughout the southern part of the state in Senate District 35. And if you too would like to be part of this, please reach out to us at carloslopez for colorado.com. Thank you, Chairman López.
Thank you.
Thank you.